Welcome to Gamers Rise Up on Extremely Live. This is the world's greatest gaming culture podcast. I am Micah Rock and Roll. I am here with Sam Schild and Melisande Compliments. How the hell are you?
Good. I have COVID.
Oh no.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I got it because I kept making out with kids at work.
God.
And I got fired.
Yeah, Melisande works at Epstein's Island.
Yeah. I'm bringing it back, baby.
Oh boy, well
I
that
think,
stinks.
It's okay. But you know how, I mean, I know I look really good. And I don't look sick at all. But that's makeup. Underneath this, I'm blue in the face.
I was gonna say tonight, Melisande, you look beautiful. You just look so beautiful.
Thank you. I do
It's
think that
amazing
maybe
to me,
we should
yeah.
just start this podcast off with Melisande Compliments.
Oh my god.
That's my new segment. Is tell me I'm pretty.
I'll second that. I'll totally second that.
JK, I am secure.
Wow. This is what you get when you deal with women. Am I right, guys?
Oh my god. They make business so hard to do. It's so insane.
I'm gonna start a new podcast called Lady Gamers Rise Up.
No.
Get more because we're gonna be shirtless.
Yet another thing a woman will have taken from me.
Sam is forever single. Except with a girlfriend.
Yeah. Somehow.
Exactly.
Oh man. Wow. I'm sorry you're sick. You look fantastic,
Thank
as
you.
Sam said.
I wasn't fishy, but I
stunning.
like what I caught.
I would actually say stunning.
Okay,
Wow.
enough about me.
I got two things I can talk about tonight. Excited to hear about Sam's. Last we talked to Sam, he was installing Elden Ring, so I'm sure he's got some sweet treats for us when it comes to Elden Ring.
That's right.
Melisande,
Absolutely.
you were frantically getting a new quiz together right before we started.
Was.
We got all kinds of good treats for the listeners today.
Going crazy tonight.
Who wants to kick it off?
Sam, you go.
Okay, I'll say that Elden Ring, when it comes to games on a difficulty scale, is pretty hard. I'll say that. I'll say that.
Ooh,
I talked to my I talked to my good friend Ben, who I worked with for many years, both on and off the streets. I consulted him about it, and I remember when I told him I downloaded it, he kind of scoffed, kind of like, "All right, dude. I mean, welcome to my world, I guess." But let's just say, dude, you're in for a little bit of a challenge, right? And I remember I was talking to him. I was talking to him on the phone, trying to gauge, hey, where am I? And I had only played the game for like a couple hours, and I hadn't leveled up yet. I didn't realize that at the save points you level up, right?
Oh, okay.
And so I told he was like, have you leveled up yet? And I was like, I don't know. And he literally said, he was like, you don't know. You don't know if you've leveled up yet. Okay, dude. How about you go to a Grace site? How about you go to a site of Grace for me and go through the menu options, see if anything looks interesting to you. Okay, dude?
Did you meet this guy on Reddit?
No. This thing that's so funny is he's like the antithesis of that guy as a person. But just this, he's actually like sort of type A, kind of like competitive, like played sports, is treating this as if it's just you're going from the weight room to the line at GameStop. You know what I'm saying? He's transferring his behavior. But he also plays WoW. Like when he FaceTimed me and he was like, "Here, let me show you my character," and he had to close like 10 different World of Warcraft accounts. But
we got to get this guy on the show, dude. He'd be a great guest.
He'll talk about how he has to fight people in line so he can get the latest game. He got... I'm blanking. Whatever, go.
I was just going to say, it was funny because the way he was talking to me, it gave off this vibe as if like he was going to hang up the phone and his girlfriend would be like, "Who was that?" And he'd be like, "Oh, it was Sam, from work." And she'd be like, "Oh, how was it?" And he'd be like, "I love him, but I don't think I want to have him over here anymore." I think that he's in a place where he's never going to kind of go where he should, kind of like a failure to launch situation. I just don't think we should have him around here. I just don't.
Oh, wow.
All this to say,
Did he want you to hear that?
No, this was like a play pretend in my...
Oh.
But I'll say this. I'll say, with this Elden Ring game, say you play Resident Evil 2, right? And a question you might ask about that game is like, is it like, is it the tank controls, whatever? Like, you'd ask them any kind of question. With Elden Ring, I asked Ben, like, so, where do I go? What do I do? And he was going like, I don't know, dude. What do you think?
Oh my god.
He's like, I don't know, dude. Where do you go in real life?
I don't know. Can you go to the bathroom?
Do you just decide in the morning north, south, east, or west? No. Dude, that's not what life is. It's not like that. And then I'm like, what is the lore? What's the story? Because the opening cutscene is literally just images. Like just still images, with there being the position and the X and Y is changing on the timeline and the keyframes, but there's no cutscenes or any cinematic thing. So, and it just tells you a little bit of the story, but it's very vague. I asked Ben, I asked him, I was like, so what's the lore? What's the story? And he literally tells me, he's like, dude, people have been trying to answer that question for years. We don't know. No one knows exactly. Kind of like talk to me as if I'm like a fucking idiot, Talk to me as if I'm like some kind of absolute moron. So I guess I don't know. There's a lot of mystery to it. It's hard as shit. It's to the point where I set it down for a couple days because I also watched the Fallout TV show. We can get to that later.
Oh, that's right.
But I was having fun playing Fallout 4 and watching the Fallout TV show at the same time. I had my little bag of Cheerios. I had scents that I like that are comforting to me.
You got a little bib in case you spill.
Yeah, I have a bib in case I spill, and I'm also sitting in a giant bowl of water so my ass can just kind of do whatever it wants and I'm clean. But so I took a break from it, but I'm going to be coming back. I've been consulting with Ben. It's like I'm talking to a lawyer. I'm like, I know your time is valuable, and I know that this is going to be annoying for you, but there are a lot of things I need to make sense. He's like, it's okay, just come to my office. We'll sit down, we'll talk about it.
He'll charge you by the hour.
He's motivating me. He's motivating me to give it a try. I'm stuck on the Margit boss, which is very common. It's like when you explain a really disgusting racist homoerotic dream to your mom and she tells you that's actually really common and normal for boys to have that. Same thing as being comforted by people telling you that Margit is a hard boss. So
how many of those dreams have you had, Sam?
I mean, it's almost like they're not multiple dreams, just the one dream I have every night.
Constantly.
I almost forget. When you have lived through something so many times, you almost forget what it is. You kind of lose sight of it. Mm-hmm. It can become invisible in an instant.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. It sounds like you're having quite an adventure, a little existential Wow, my brain is broken.
Oh no, I did give you COVID.
Yeah, you gave me
You need to
COVID
go to
through the
a-
screen.
I gave her a
Do you
whole
need to go to
Yeah,
you need to go to a narcotics
yeah.
a narcotics
I need
anonymous
Narcan.
meeting?
Guys, I need some Narcan.
I do have one.
It sounds like your friend is like your friend reminds me of like kind of like an InfoWars guy. He's like, oh, you want to know how the world's really working?
He's
Yes, sit down. Yeah, you got an hour?
Yoda. He's taking you under his
Sam,
wing.
we don't have. We can't do this on the phone, man. We can't do this on the phone. Okay.
First of
You
all,
gotta come over
they'll
to my
hear.
house.
Second of all, that's so funny.
You're gonna be coming over to my house. I'll make you a pot of coffee or tea or something. We'll sit down together. We'll talk about this. But we can't do this on the phone, buddy. You're wasting your time and mine too, buddy.
Wow.
But yeah,
how many hours would you say you've logged? Like 2, 3? Less?
I think I'm like level 26, which
Wow.
means probably I would really hope it wouldn't be more than 20 hours total. But it is possible that it's a little beyond that, but something like that. I did stop for a while because it was so hard. Because all you can really do at this stage when you're a newbie like me, you keep just getting fucked by every boss. Because the enemies, you'll be like, oh, that's a boss, but really it's just like a big enemy. Like the bosses have unique names and we'll just, whatever. So I'll keep going to a dungeon or whatever, some interior location. I go in there and it takes me forever to be able to kill everything. And then I get to the bottom and there's a boss. And there's no rest in between, and then I just get fucked. And so I just go all around the vast world, and I can never beat the boss.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's kind of depressing, but it's still fun. There's still fun stuff to do, but you feel like a little bitch. And then on the PS5, it says your progress, and for Elden Ring, it just constantly says, Sam's playing Elden Ring, 0% progress.
Oh no!
You've achieved nothing in this game. Like this game is grabbing you and being like, hey, you've done nothing. Nothing in this
You're like
game.
doing the equivalent of like dying on the first Goomba of Mario over and over.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
You keep getting one
the
coin
game knows.
and then dying. Oh man.
So it's hard, but hopefully I'll go over the threshold. Just, yeah. But it's a tough one.
How
Those are
many
those
hours
games.
are you going to finish it? How many hours are you planning on putting into this game?
If I can get over this hurdle, which maybe Ben says I have to watch a guide. I'm like, what do I do? I want to be I want to be a samurai. And he's like, dude, there's this guy, and it's this Elden Ring YouTuber, can't remember his name, very popular. And he's like, you just watch his videos for samurai builds, and that's it. And you just watch, and those videos are like 4.5 hours long, and there's like 200 of them.
Oh God!
And it's like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to do this. But maybe it's the right way, the right path.
Wow.
I feel like it's all about rolling and dodging and parrying.
Yeah. Sounds like
but also you got to do other stuff too. You got to there's more to it than that. I'm aware that I know nothing.
This is sounds like a new career you've started.
Yeah, it's really pathetic. Kasha's like, have you found a job? And I'm like, right now I'm learning how to make pots that can make your enemies get sleepy. And if you hit them, if you do a critical hit. And after I do that, I'm going to try really hard to get this sword. And I'm just like sitting in a pile of my own dirty laundry and shit.
Just start a Twitch and you could tell her that is your job.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I'll start a Kick because you can do hate crimes on there.
Oh, yeah. And bet on them.
What?
Kick is like a gambling Twitch.
It's a gambling Twitch?
It's like owned by like a gambling company, right? Is that the deal?
That's amazing.
And
And I just know this iconic kick video of this woman who looks like the Haktua woman. And she convinces this homeless person to jump into this lake, this like clearly toxic lake. And then as soon as she does it, the girl's like, "Wait, what are you doing? You're crazy!" And like runs away. And these people come up that work there, like, "Get the fuck out of here. Like, go." And they're like trying to save this woman who like can't swim. Because they like promised this homeless woman like money or some shit or something. They offered her some like, reward.
This is bum fights all over again.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of bum fights?
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's bum fights, but like not as honest. It's just like kind of twisted around.
Yeah.
Gross.
Not as honest and cool.
Like bums actually get money with bum
virtuous.
fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're giving them an activity to keep them busy.
Put on your resume. There is going to be in the Olympics, I did hear, there is going to be bum fighting next Olympics.
Yeah. That'll just be the Webby Award, the most interesting content.
God, my Twitter For You page has been like bum fights left and right lately. It's just all like riot footage and shit. I'm like, what is going on?
The world is falling apart.
Truly.
I did just tell my psychiatrist I need more anti-anxiety because the world. She was like, "Do you know why?" I'm like, "Just look outside, girl. It's not good."
You just bring your screen over to the window.
Yeah.
Take a look. Tell me why.
See this?
Jeez, it's almost as bad as Elden Ring out there.
It's almost as hard out here as Elden Ring is.
Oh man. So let's stick with Sam. I want to hear what you think about the Fallout TV show.
Yes.
Fallout TV show I thought was great.
Whoa! Glowing review from Sam.
Wow.
There it is.
Rare.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
The only complaints I had were like what you said about the cameos that were dumb. Like there's a Fred Armisen cameo. And I'm sorry if you hear that. I'm sorry if you hear that and are like, "Oh, fuck that. I'm not even going to fucking start it." Like, I understand that.
No,
but
don't worry.
No, it's
don't
just
worry,
one.
Listeners.
It's very brief, but it's dumb. Also, Michael Rappaport is in it, which is just funny now.
Yeah, you were a little worried.
He dies right away. Yeah. But I loved it. I mean, I feel like for like the real lore heads, like the guy with the cigar on YouTube was a total alpha and definitely has a long hog. But you know that what the fuck is his name? You know what? I gotta look this up. You know what I'm talking about, Micah, right? And he has like the fancy voice.
The fancy voice in the long hog.
Matt Berry?
I think
the British guy?
This guy, he's not British.
Okay.
But Oxhorn. Oxhorn.
This is a character?
I'll show you. Oxhorn is not a character. He is a king. Okay? He is a king. He has a lot of Fallout videos and is very thorough with the lore or whatever. He makes all these little informational things. Just look at that link I sent in the chat, guys, and you'll see who Oxhorn is. He's a gentleman and he's very talented. And I think for guys like him who have literally read the logs of every terminal in every Fallout game possible,
right?
They might be like, this story is a little predictable and boring, right. Just because they, but I loved the insight into the, the vault tech stuff. I thought it was cool to see it as a prestige TV show.
He's wearing like not
I'm such a fucking...
not technically a fedora, but
Like maybe a bowler
with the
bowler hat?
headphones
That's,
over it.
I'll tell you guys, that is a pork pie hat,
Oh
Pork
yeah.
pie hat.
I believe. And he's fucking, there's always boxes behind him in his pictures because he's probably moving out. No, kidding.
He's got so many
Yeah,
girlfriends. He's got to keep moving out of their apartment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kicking out some tramp every time.
Oh.
But I'll say that he has a shit ton. He has over 2,000 videos.
Damn.
And they're all like deep Fallout lore. And it's him being
That's
like,
cool.
today we're going to be looking at an unmarked location in Fallout 4. It's a location just east of Diamond City. And you know, it's like
Does he
something that's
have
not
that
on the
lovely
map.
voice though? Because that does sound
Yes.
nice.
Damn.
Yes.
Aw.
It's really...
I'm gonna check this
ASMR
guy
Fallout lore.
Yeah.
He could easily do radio or like he's a fucking king.
All right.
And
You
you can
sold
tell, you can tell by his confidence that he's got a big hog. Big.
Yes. This is the second time you've mentioned that.
You really like his hog.
Hello, I'm Micah, creator of Extremely Live. If you're enjoying what you're watching, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend. Please, that would be amazing. Extremely Live is a podcast and a live stream that is value for value. If you're getting value out of what we're making, we ask that you send us some value in return by going to extremely.live/donate. We'll take anything. We appreciate everything. And with that, let's get back to the video.
It
This
might be a
means Sam
big,
has seen his hog.
might
and
be a big
or
fat
felt it.
hog.
Thick,
Smelt it?
juicy hog.
Might be a
He's
big...
got the hog of that one high jump guy in the Olympics. You see that?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was great.
Pole vaulter.
Yeah.
And I'll also say it could also be a long, skinny hog. I don't know. But
Like an anteater.
No, look
respect-
at him. It's fat. I mean,
It's juicy.
Literally
for
every
sure.
time.
juicy.
It's like a
He's
block
got
of
thick
Velveeta.
hog. Ew.
Mm,
It's square.
sculpture.
He's got a
I will
square dick.
Every single time you've been in Fallout, either one of you guys have been playing a Fallout game and you've gone to a terminal and you
Mhm.
decided, you know what, I'm not going to read 10 logs because I have a life. Okay. But I do sort of wonder what this lore is. You know, I wonder what secrets lie behind these expert locked walls.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
be
An
honest.
oxhorn?
I just not to
I will
interrupt.
say oxhorn. Okay.
No. Go ahead.
I will say Oxhorn has all of that knowledge in his head at once. Which is
Whoa.
crazy. That's all I'll say.
I
He's like a vault.
yeah, of his own. I haven't played a Fallout game in a long time, but I do remember reading potentially close to all of the logs when I played.
Wow.
I don't recall skipping a lot of them. Not that I remember any of them, because I don't remember anything at all. But I do remember reading a lot of them logs.
I don't read
I just
I don't,
same.
ever.
that's fair. That's fair.
There'll be like 3 different log
Well-
files. I'll be like, no. thank you.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how to, but you know, there's in the Hades, in the game I'm playing, there's like a lot of reading that you could do.
Oh
But
yeah, I don't read any of that.
I would rather go on the Wikipedia and see like the real life versions of what they were and just get my info from that than have to read like 4 paragraphs.
Yeah, you can unlock all this like character information in Hades.
Yeah.
I haven't read any.
It's bullshit. Because it's
That's
all.
That's not the kind of game you want to sit there and
That's not the kind
read.
of game. No, not when you could watch a YouTube video.
Yeah. Also,
Or, like-
they already like talk to you and stuff. I'd rather them like talk to me more.
Right? Can't we get the guy, like the people with the sexy voices, to just read all of it to me?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Tuck you into bed.
Oxhorn.
Read you a little. Get
Oxhorn.
Oxhorn to tuck you in.
Can't we get yes. You should voice
Tuck you in
that.
with his huge cock and read
bet
you
a nighttime story.
Yeah.
Can you
Melisande,
tell me
it's so
Fallout
nice to
lore
see
in
you.
poem form?
Mm-hmm.
He does look like he could write.
Today I'll be telling you some stories from some unmarked locations in Fallout 3. And they're going to be very interesting, I think. Maybe if you like them enough, I could smell those socks.
If he tells me
That's what I
about
think he'd
his
say.
unlocked or his no.
Boy, we're all having
I
mental
can't.
breakdowns this episode.
I personally am very horny for Oxhorn, and I would love to smell the inside of that hat.
Well, I'm gonna make some Oxhorn clips, and maybe we can get these in front of him. We gotta.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn about this. Man.
I just think he probably has a huge hog and is not
Can
very
we not?
generous.
I'm
Very
done.
generous with it.
I'm too sick to be hearing too much hog
Can I-
conversations.
All right, let's not talk about hog anymore because I actually.
Oh,
have
can
a
we talk
drink,
about
a
any
new drink.
other hog? Your drinks hog?
Any other hog?
Any other hog?
I'll.
Your hog?
the-
No.
Well, tonight I have acquired Goku Black
Ooh.
from
Ooh.
the supermarket. It is peach flavored.
What is this? What
So you
company makes this soft drink?
I saw these a while. I don't remember where, but I
It
saw them
looks
somewhere.
like it is Bird Studio.
Oh, that's the what's his name? Akira Toriyama's art studio. That's the art on the can. It's
What?
they're
Oh.
actually making the soda. Bird Studio
Yeah.
is. That's
That's
insane.
Yeah, I mean it says copyright Bird Studio, and then it says Shueisha Toei Animation. I could try and do that in some kind of
No,
interesting accent,
Mm,
but I don't. I would honestly, before I did something that racist, I would rather research it more, do kind of a Robert Eggers approach
I think we can
to
all
at
imagine.
least make it interesting.
I think we can all
Well, but
imagine
I'd
what
love
it
to.
would sound like.
I would love to bring it to life. So I'll just say that as a caveat. But yeah, it's got 90 calories, which is honestly not
That's
not
not bad.
terrible.
healthy. Goku Black, healthy. Health drink.
Goku Black, yeah. Go get
Is it-
10 cans today.
Is it sweet?
We'll find out when I give it a taste. I'm assuming so. It's got 21 grams of sugar. It is best before MM/DD/YYYY.
Oh.
Where is that? Best
Ambiguous.
before.
Wow. Left the.
Can you guys-
forgot to enter that in the template.
Or they're just like, you can guess.
That's so
That's funny. They're an animation
Yeah.
studio. They
Yeah,
don't know.
it's their first soda. Give them a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
So
soda.
it says Ocean Bomb. I don't know. It's Goku Black.
There's so many different names on it.
They-
Yeah.
I do have
Give
to
it a
say, I
Smells
think that
like
peach.
smells. It smells like a combination of Rockstar Energy and Potpourri.
Whoa.
And I would say that this, if you guys know about the different types of potpourris, this is the white trash potpourri.
Mm.
So we're gonna just
I do have to say, I don't think that the U.S. uses peach as a flavor as much as they should.
Mm.
Japanese got
I'm
it.
gonna say this is classic Peach Rings vibes.
Whoa. Liquid peach
Goku Black.
rings.
Liquid Peach Rings.
Do you feel like you're
Goku
any
Black-
closer to securing a Dragon Ball?
Good question.
I think after this, I might be able to secure a baddie because I see
Like
the
Bulma.
body on this. I see the body on this
Oh, yeah.
beautiful young 7-year-old boy,
It's baby
and I
Goku.
think maybe I should go to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Is
So
it
it
an
is a health
energy
Go to the
drink?
gym.
Is it an energy drink, a health drink, or
Let's
a little
see.
boy drink?
Little boy drink.
I think I'm thinking little boy. I'm not seeing any caffeine. Yeah, nothing. Goku Black.
Is it
Peach.
carbonated?
It's carbonated.
Okay.
Do you think that Gen Alpha is, because I know that the boys of your generation are way into Dragon Ball and that franchise. Do you think that it's transferring over into the younger generations?
If I had to guess,
Because I feel like it's almost timeless.
yeah, I would guess it's probably not as popular. I do think it is. You know what? I don't know. Because I know it's like super popular with the Latino community. I know that it's like when Akira Toriyama died, I guess there on the day of his funeral there was a pause in the drug gangs wars in Mexico. This is true. Like reported real. This is not a joke. They like paused like some feud to mourn Akira Toriyama.
There's like a.
I mean, that's
there's
beautiful.
like a real
I love it.
firefight.
We need
Imagine like a real like a cartel firefight happening, and they're like, "Everyone stop!"
we need to kill anime creators more often just to
For
create
world peace. But yeah, I'm curious. Like all the like, anytime I go to like a Japanese bookstore or like just anywhere that has a bunch of manga, the young kids seem to be into Chainsaw Man. They seem to love Chainsaw Man.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, and My Hero Academia as well, which
is
just
pretty good.
which just ended. They just did the last chapter. People are really upset about it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to read it, but I've never read any of the earlier stuff, so I feel like I would be doing myself a disservice to start with the last issue. But
I do think that
my-
there's a narrative.
Yeah. I do think it's continuously popular, but I suspect it's not as popular as it once was. That's my thinking. I don't have any proof of this, but that would be my guess.
I think older brothers play a key role. I think what happens is maybe you don't have Toonami. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't get to see the long conversations that are fights in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have that luxury. So what happens is one day you hear a Linkin Park song starting in your brother's room. He's starting his day. You walk in the door.
In my skin. You hear the beautiful sound of Chester Bennington ripping through your bedroom walls.
It's not just Chester, it's the live version featuring Chris Cornell, which also includes the rap intro that they only do in their shows. He's starting his day, you walk in there, he's in the zone, and you realize that Chester's just coming off his iPad. But that's not the only device that he has turned on. There's a TV on an Apple TV, and it's playing videos of Goku.
And that's not the only thing that's turned on.
You're
Because remember,
seeing
his
your
brother's
brother is
in the
standing-
zone, if you know what I'm saying.
And you can't not
You're
masturbate
seeing-
to Linkin Park.
Mhm.
I've
You're
tried.
seeing your brother. You're seeing your brother is shadow boxing, and tears are streaming down his face, and you can tell from his mustache that there's snot that he's been crying for a long time, and he's kind of punching it. And as soon as he's calmed down, because when your brother's crying, if you try to talk to him and like ask him about something, he will punch you immediately.
Yeah,
because it's
100%.
only queer.
Yeah,
Oh, you
and
know
he'll
that
yell
only
it's
queer-
allergy. We know
Right.
it's not allergies.
So there's once he becomes accessible, you talk to him, you're like, buddy, like, can you tell me about this character on the screen? Because it seems like he's really important to you. And he says, I'm going to tell you about, he kind of laughs and he's like, I'm going to tell you about that like in 2 years. Because that's when you're really going to need to know who it is. And then they tell you who Goku is. And eventually it's going to lead to you manipulating your girlfriend, maybe hitting her.
Oh my
But-
god.
This sounds incredibly
also-
detailed.
Yeah, this is a
Sam.
beautiful picture you're painting.
And I'm wondering, is
Well-
it based off of real life events? Is it a fan fiction you've written that you're just kind of trying to put out
This
there?
is just, this is just, I love to write. I like
Yeah.
to just,
So this is off the
Um,
dome.
It's beautiful.
this is completely, has nothing to do with any racist assumptions I might have about fans of Linkin Park and their the primary ethnicity of those listeners.
This is
Oh my
purely
God.
fueled. This is purely fueled by Goku Black right
Oh
now.
God.
Mhm.
Goku's a racist.
Really
It's
feel
not Sam.
I will say that it's hitting pretty hard. I would have like 10 more of these if I, was
Dang. It's a
just
good,
ready to kill myself. But
Just wanted that last bit of pleasure before you leave this mortal coil. Crack a
right.
Goku Black.
exactly. But what I'm saying is older brothers, that's my opinion about Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And we're
They're
just
the
all
ones
having only
Who
one
passed the
kid.
torch.
And
Yeah.
so all of these not nuclear families with just the singular child, no one's getting an
Mhm.
older brother to tell him the beauty of anime. Well, also I feel like the Dragon Ball series was a lot of boys' introduction to anime, but
Yeah.
now we're getting
Mhm.
other things. It's more popular,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
we don't
Mhm.
need that introduction.
It's true. There used to be a limited amount of anime available for you.
Yeah,
Now it's
and
everywhere.
especially dubbed
Mhm.
anime, because little iPad kids don't know how to read.
True.
The school
right.
system is failing all of our children, and anime is playing a part because they're dubbing everything, and
Mhm.
They're dubbing
No
the anime.
wonder.
There should be subtitles. In
They're
my
all
America,
fucking
all anime would be subtitled.
Donald Trump doing one good thing is
Yeah.
making anime subtitles.
They're not sending their best voice actors. The dubbing is terrible.
They're not. I've been trying to find a new anime to watch, and I do really like dubbed because then I can like draw and stuff and not really
Mm.
pay attention. But I've been really into these romance animes, and there's one that it's just the voice acting. Usually I can bear like some bad voice acting.
Yeah.
This is absolutely atrocious.
Oh,
It's like
boy.
the voice actors
Mm.
like it would be better if they just talked in their normal voice, but they're
Mm.
doing like they're trying to put a voice on that's not. There's one girl that's I can't do it, but like she's like, "Oh my god, we should totally go to the park," and she just looks like a normal anime girl. Like it's just so basic, and it's horrible.
Name names, Melisande. What are you watching?
Okay, wait. What is it called? Well, this one, she's just a side character, and I think, oh shit, they're all Japanese names. There's one No, this one's good, but it's called Kiss Him, Not Me. And it's just about a girl who gets hot. And no, Brother Complex, which also is really, it's not a good anime in terms of also just the weird incestual
I was gonna say
tones.
It's
like they're technically not
either
blood related, but
of course. It's either an incest themed anime or a Metal Gear Solid subtitle.
It's all incest. All girl
Oops, all
anime
incest.
is incesty, at least to a certain degree. There's always twins that are a little too affectionate. And I don't know how, like, so many twins.
I want names of these titles. I gotta see.
I'll put a list up on our Instagram.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great idea. Ranking your romance animes would be perfect.
There are some pretty good
I was
ones.
gonna say, Melisande, if you're into romance anime, you need to buy a PlayStation 5. Because I will say at least 65% of the games made for PlayStation 5 are adult anime fantasy dating.
Ooh, I have always wanted to play one of those. Because I want to be an anime girl. It's just sometimes, especially when I'm sick with COVID and I feel gross and ugly.
Oh my god. We're at the 45-minute mark and our compliments to Melisande have worn off.
I know.
She needs another round.
Just kidding.
Oh my god, you can't say that about yourself. You're so beautiful.
I will just say that if I cannot one day smell Raven's little boots from Teen Titans, I probably will kill myself. I probably will. If we can't get VR gaming to get to that level,
dude, that is a great San Diego Comic-Con booth. Like smelling articles of clothing supposedly belonging to anime girls and cartoon chicks.
Yeah. Starfires.
It's just like tuna. They open a can of tuna in the booth and they're like, have at it, boys.
It's like an old-fashioned 50s Halloween, like scary, like haunted house where it's like peeled grapes and stinky fish underwear. And
yeah, it's just two melons that you're gonna smell.
Yeah.
They're like
Wonder Woman's boobs. Reach under the tarp to feel them.
And those are great.
Yeah. Wow, weird. Wasn't expecting that. Well, there's a little bit of romance in Initial D.
Oh my gosh.
So last we talked, I read the first 10 pages of this thing. And since then, I tore through the entire 450 plus page omnibus because it was so entertaining.
Wow.
I got to tell you, I'm not a car guy. I'm not a race guy. I've never watched a race in my life, and it doesn't matter. It's super entertaining, this comic book. I did a whole video of it. I posted it today. It's on the YouTube channel. If you'd like to watch, it's called Flipping Through. Let's Flip Through Initial D.
I'll make a video on my anime girls. Never mind. Sorry, keep going.
You should. But yeah, it's just apparently I didn't realize this. This is a new translation and it's currently being released. This is only a couple months old. I didn't realize that.
But it's old, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from the 90s. But I guess the original printing is out of print. So this is the only one you can get your hands on. So I'm wondering if it'll have a little bit of a renaissance. But it's super funny. very. I was in the video. I was like comparing it to, like a Shonen Jump, like a My Hero Academia. That's like kind of leans towards the PG cartoon side of things. This leans towards the PG-13, kind of trying to be in the realistic realm of things.
Is there sex?
There is. And like the characters like talk like real horny boys in high school. Which is very fun, and they can swear and smoke. Like they're acting like real characters or real people, which I really, really appreciate. It's very fun.
Do they get nosebleeds?
No, it's not like that at all. I mean, there's, there's the occasional like silly anime face with the funny character, but
not too much.
But yeah, no, it's not like
serious.
Yeah, exactly. They're playing it real. You should check out the video if you're interested. It's super fun, and yeah, I read the entire thing.
The video is really good.
Thanks.
You watched it, Sam.
It's funny. They do that thing. They're so good at like making you want to read the next chapter. Like the way it's structured, you're like, there's always like kind of like a little bit of a cliffhanger, but it's so dirty. By the end of volume 1, it ends right before the first race starts. So they like get you totally like amped and hard and ready to bust. And then they just to be like, yeah, you're going to have to wait till the next volume. Now, luckily this has 2 volumes. So you do get to read that, read that race immediately, or that chapter with the race in it. But, I was just picturing like its initial when they originally released it, how awful that must have been.
People must have been.
Yeah, just like, are you kidding me? I gotta wait. But yeah, they pull that trick a bunch, which is funny. But man, super fun. Makes you like. I kind of want to like buy a model car kit now and just make a cool looking car, because all these cars in here look badass.
Dude, you would love that. You would love to do that.
I know. I legit would have a lot of fun. I'd go full on the spectrum, enjoying my model kit.
Up and down on that spectrum.
Dude.
I did one of those with my father. They're fun.
Really?
Yeah. I made a Ferrari.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it does feel like this would be the perfect older brother handing down to the younger brother like comic, or I know it's an anime as well, because it's just like badass enough that the younger brother would be like, this is awesome, I can't let mom see that I'm reading this.
There's boobs.
Exactly. But it's not like, it's not like crazy or anything, but it's just fun to like see I compared it to the main character and his best friend. I compared to the Superbad movie with like Jonah Hill and Michael Cera, like their relationship. It's not 1-to-1, but that's what it reminded me of like kids being like, oh my God, there's Mogi. She's so hot. Oh God. Like, just like that kind of a character and mindset.
I would love to have sex with her. I would love to have sex with her. I would tell you that I would love to have sex with her. Because
holy frick! Oh, she's so hot.
If I could have sex with a girl, I would. That would be the coolest moment of my life.
Sweep into bed with
I'll be so cool. I was sweeping the bed with her, and the next day we will wake up and kiss again. So,
dude, she'd be pregnant.
Yeah. I bet vagina is so squishy and nice.
Ew.
I bet it's so
squishy.
I bet it will feel so good on my balls to feel the just a pussy and everything. It would be so cool.
This is horrible.
Sam, I think you and I need to write a high school manga where
Is
these
that
guys.
Yeah.
Was that your high school voice?
No, that was like 4th grade. That was 4th grade to me.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
Did you know what sex was when you were that young?
How old's 4th
I
grade?
feel like that was the age, like 10.
Yeah. I didn't know about sex. My mom had home births, bro. I had too much sex going on in my home.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9 or 10. That's
Did you, Melisande?
I
I don't know. I never really remember when I got the talk. I think hippie parents, it's kind of like the only thing I remember is my mom yelling, "You don't owe anybody sex." So I must have known what sex was.
mhm.
Or maybe I thought it was a currency of some
Wow.
sort.
That's a
but-
huge L on your mom's. I don't know if you like want to make it in this world, but I would not take that advice.
Does she tell that story to everyone? Or is that
Only
I'm
the
so
girls.
Oh man.
Boys do owe people sex.
Mhm.
Every damn day.
Yeah.
I've played some games. Not to
Ooh.
change
Let's
the
go.
subject.
No, please do.
Well, I was sick, so I'm almost done with Hades. I beat Daddy Hades.
I'm
many
jealous
times.
of you. You're better at Hades than me. Straight
Yeah,
up.
Whatever. I mean, I've played a lot of it. I don't know if it's talent or just sheer.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm so
I mean-
impressed a pretty girl could get that far in a video game.
Oh my god.
Honestly, are you sure you're not a cool guy?
No, I'm a girl.
Are you sure you're not my older brother, Ethan? He is a very cool guy. He has beat me up and technically sexually assaulted me so many times, but he is such a nice guy, and I would never woe on him because I love him.
Whoa,
really good.
whoa on him.
I would never woe on my brother. He is so cool and has given me snacks so many times. I love him.
You know what they say? Snitches get in trouble.
I scream in the night, but no one can hear me.
I love this character. This is my
I
new
do,
favorite
to be
character.
honest.
It's so good.
Mhm.
I feel like his name's Dudley or
Yeah.
something. What is
Dudley?
this? What is this guy?
Yeah. It could be like a
Wilbur?
prequel film. to
Wilbur's
Mystic
good
River.
too. A prequel to what?
Mystic River.
Oh yeah. We just watched that recently, ironically enough. But
Yeah.
go on, Melisande.
Oh.
I want to keep hearing about
Melisande,
this
go on,
video
continue.
gaming.
Well, that's kind of it. I don't want to give any spoilers, but pretty fun so far.
Did
I
you
gotta
roll
beat 'em a couple
credits?
more times. Well, no, because
Okay.
you have to beat. I don't know. This is a spoiler, but I think
That's
people
fine.
know. You have to beat him like 10 times, Daddy,
Dang.
10 times before I think you're done.
Gotcha.
So I've only gotten like 5 so far,
Gotcha.
but I think I could get through it pretty
Mhm.
easy.
Nice.
But I still kind of am trying to fuck, so I gotta play it a few more times.
We need to get a mod for
Mhm.
Melisande.
Yes.
Fuck all these
Mhm.
characters.
Yeah, well, you can only fuck a few, and
Can you
they're all-
actually?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, yeah.
What?
Like only like 3 characters, I think. But
Okay.
None of them
Now
are
I'm interested.
Follow
yeah.
me in Tweed.
And then I started very briefly Baldur's Gate with my friend Ryan. He has a PS5. So we it was really really fun. I didn't
Looks
know how
cool.
close it is to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
either.
Mhm.
incredibly similar, which makes me think that we should have a Dungeons and Dragons episode.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! If we
Yes.
did D&D, then a bunch of things could happen. I could get into drinking again, and we would all have something to look forward to each week.
I
Well,
have looked on Fiverr, and there are what do you call it? Game Dungeon Masters
DMs.
on.
Oh my
on
God.
Fiverr. So I'd be down. I'd
Yeah.
be down.
Oh, that sounds so fun. Okay, well, anyway, yeah, so I made my character like this really badass looking elf or
Nice.
gnome girl. She's got like big squid eye tattoos and like a lot of scars, and I made her look so badass. And then Ryan made his like this just like super hunky, I don't remember what it was like some elf or like, and he's like a druid, but like this very toned beautiful guy. And I'm just like this little rat girl with like things, and I think it's real. But the best part was I didn't know how to play really, so I was just fucking around pressing random buttons, and like first maybe 5 minutes of the game I die. And I'm like, I didn't know you could die that easily, because I just kept pressing a button, and I guess something
Self-inflicted
exploded.
wound button.
And Ryan was busy talking to this brain, so I was like, I'm dying, and he couldn't help me because this brain kept trying to tell him stuff, and so we haven't gotten very far, but I'll let you know how that progresses.
Sweet. How does it play? Is it like an action RPG, or is it like turn-based?
It's almost turn-based, kind like very similar to Dungeons and Dragons, where like you have a movement, and then like you have an action, and you have a reaction, and like you roll dice.
Gotcha.
It's very, very similar.
That's
so
cool.
But it's really fun.
Oh man, you got me so excited. I want to play that game so bad.
It's real good.
Awesome.
If I ever get a PS5 of my own, we could start one too. And I'll be like an expert, so I can show you the ropes.
Yes.
I'll be your big brother.
Finally. Any other sick games? I have one to talk about.
No, that's about it. I'll probably be done with Hades, so I'll let you know by next episode.
Hell yeah. Well, I was true to my word, and I purchased, which is still on sale, by the way, Thank Goodness You're Here, which is this fun indie game that looks like you're playing a crazy Adult Swim cartoon. I'd never heard of the company before, so I looked them up on Steam, and they have a free-to-play sort of similar adventure game. It feels almost like a proof of concept for Thank Goodness You're Here. The name of the company is Coal Supper, I believe. Coal as in the thing you burn for heat, and supper as in the meal.
In the thing you eat.
I highly, highly recommend you jump on Steam and get both of them. But man, Thank Goodness You're Here is super funny. I was so excited that there's a comedy game out there, God damn it, because there's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of games that are first and foremost meant to be funny, and luckily and excitingly, they pull it off. It's very funny and charming and strange, and Matt Berry is a voice actor in it. He's a very funny British comedian, so it's fun to hear him pop up as different characters. But you basically, they're just very involved, silly fetch quests. So you like go and you meet one character, and they need you to do something for them, but in order to get what they need, you wind up dealing with somebody else and you have to get something for them, but they're all like super ridiculous and silly. There's like this whole undercurrent story of like two competing meat pie businesses, one that like is obsessed with making big meat pies and one that was like specializes in making tiny meat pies. And there's like this weird contingent of like people who like one or the other, and they like hate each other, like they don't get along, the two groups. Very silly stuff, but just executed so well. Very just beautiful to look at. Like all the art is like just, and the animation's insanely good. Everything is like just feels handmade and like one to one, like one for one, like no repeated animations and stuff or like assets or anything. So everything is like a uniquely drawn and animated piece of like game ephemera, which is you don't see that very often.
It's like a Cuphead.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's a good comparison. It's that level of like detail and painstaking work put into the art. And it's beatable, very not super quick, but you can beat it in a day, and it doesn't feel bad to beat it in a day. It feels good. Like that was super satisfying. It's just, I can't say enough good things. Please go check out Thank Goodness You're Here. It's on sale right now. I think it's like 15% off or something. But here's the cool thing. At the end of the game, it rolls credits, and then at the end of the credits, it has a URL for you to go to. So it's like, what the hell is this? And so I visit the URL, and the website says, congrats on beating the game. Please send like a self-addressed stamp envelope to us, and we'll send you something. So I was like, what? That's so cool. So I went one better. I wrote them a nice note. I put a copy of my comic book, and I mail, and obviously a self-addressed envelope. Wow, I want to receive whatever this trinket is.
Yes.
But I just wrote him a nice note, told him about our show, and gave him one of my comics. And I just want to say thank you to this company. They made a great product. Yeah. So I highly suggest you get on it. Who knows? I don't know what this trinket's going to be.
Yeah,
you
gotta let me know.
Yeah, I'll show it on the show.
I'll send nudies if it'll give me a better one.
You should. Yeah. You should send nudes.
Me too.
Nice
I have a stunning backlog of photos and video
tasteful
content.
Nudes.
Yes. I mean, I have really cool. been commissioned by Sam to take a few of those, and they're very tasteful.
Ooh,
like one of them, he's like getting fed grapes.
Good Greek god.
Yeah.
I will say I had a photo shoot based on Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, he's wearing this suit, the Batman suit, but just his penis. You got a hole.
That's right.
Sexy.
A lot of very cool images and videos and some GIFs. GIFs.
Highly compressed animated GIFs. Wow.
That's
that sounds pretty hot. Dang. Wow, we all had a nice little treat to bring this this time around.
Oh, speaking of treats, I do still have my little quiz.
Ooh, that's right.
Yes.
New quiz for Melisande. Let's kick this thing off.
Okay, let's see. I think I can find it. Okay, this works. So this is called Can We Guess Your Favorite First Person Shooter?
Whoa.
Just answer some personal questions and we'll tell you your favorite first-person shooter game and not steal your identity. So the first question is, did the street of your childhood address start with a number? If so, which one? All right, Sam,
It did, and it was Number 1.
Number 1. Okay, good.
Nice.
All right, Micah.
And what is it? The number on your
street address, the street.
Gotcha.
Of your
yes,
childhood.
it was 2.
2. Okay, good. All right, question number 2. What is the first number of your social security number?
2.
1.
Okay, 1 and 2. All right, good. And then what is the first letter of your first childhood pet? What was the first letter of the name? H. Okay.
S.
H and S. Okay. H, S. Okay. Next question. Okay. What is the second number of your social security number?
That's a
6.
0.
6.
Okay, 6 and 0. Good. All right. And last question. What was your high school mascot?
Oh.
There's if it's not one of these, you have to just do the closest to
Gotcha.
it. So
Okay.
What are the
There's-
options?
bulldogs, eagles, tiger, wildcat, knights, lions, panthers, cougars, warriors, and falcon.
Whoa. I guess the closest for me would be a warrior.
Warrior.
We were the
alright.
storm, and it was a guy in a tornado with a lightning bolt.
Wow. So Zeus.
Yeah, basically.
That should have been an answer.
Mine would be Eagles. That would be the
Eagles.
closest.
All right.
Nice.
Oh wow, you guys both got Half-Life.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
I do like
It
Half-Life.
says, one of my personal favorites. Good choice. It is the best first-person shooter ever to have lived. If you don't agree with me, I'll fight you. I know where you live.
Clever.
There it is.
So
There it is.
I
that's really
played.
sweet that you both got the same
I
one.
played a lot of Half-Life 2. That game was like one of the most mind-blowing first-person shooters when I first played it back in the day on my HP. Was it Presario or something? The hell
was
were those
so
old
good.
I
computers?
don't know.
I remember this was back when I was an incredibly shy teenage girl, and there was a guy like that I knew played video games, but I was never going to speak to. And we were talking about Half-Life in the actual thing that happens to chemicals.
Yeah.
And he made a Half-Life joke, and nobody laughed, and I didn't either because I was
Aw.
very shy. But he was like, no one games in here. And I just wanted to go and be like, Aiden, I do. I game. And so then this is the most embarrassing part that I'm going to tell you, is that I started making my own video game shirts. So then he would see that I played video games and try and talk to me.
Mhm.
And so I
And?
made like an Aperture Science one. It didn't work until I got hot senior year. And then we did hang out a couple times.
Nice. Beautiful.
He was
Yeah,
the
when I
one that
got
told me
hot,
I got hot senior year. It was
that's when everything just kind of started to clear up for me when I got hot at age 2. Like, I didn't have to worry about anything really for my whole life.
Once
Yeah,
I got
it
over
is-
the
It just
cradle cap and like the whooping cough,
I did get rid
At
of
2?
some baby fat.
I was ripped. That's fun.
yeah, it was just a great time for me to have sex at age 3.
Yeah. Oh no.
Everybody knew at that point that I was a rapper and that I had so many connections in the movies and films world that it was worth it to have like a traumatizing experience with me.
It's
You did a
interesting
roll.
because you didn't learn how to speak until much later.
Yeah.
You were kind of a late
Right.
bloomer, but you could rap like Eminem
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Mhm.
fuck.
Yeah.
and fuck like
Yes.
Eminem.
I was
This is
fucking
horrible.
and camming and doing all sorts of crazy shit.
Damn. Wow, I got two of the coolest co-hosts on planet frickin' Earth right here. This is nuts.
Dude, just the nicest people.
Well, that was a fun one. What do you say we?
Yeah.
What do we say we put a nightcap on it, stuck it in bed?
Yeah.
I thought that
Let's
all
do
this
it.
snot in my brain would make it bad, but
No, you did a great job.
It was good.
I was the one who had the weirdest
And again,
mental shutdown.
again, Melisande. Again,
Yeah.
Melisande, not to be weird or anything,
No,
but I
you
just
can't
think that
be.
you look stunning tonight,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
just am so honored to be on cam with you at the same time. So
Wow, you're
Just wanted to say that.
reliving that moment in high school when you made your video game T-shirts for attention and
I,
nailed your man.
I'm glad
I
there's
had an
been
ex-
3 compliment Melisande in this episode.
mhm.
I needed it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you kooks!
I
Alright.
mean, I'm set. I got what I needed. Get some Goku Black.
everybody, get a can of Goku Black. Take a sip every time Melisande needs a compliment.
Mhm.
You're gonna have diabetes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! All right. Well, if you like what you heard, go to extremely.live/donate. Let us know. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, make us a success. I want to be a success.
Comment.
Comment. Yeah, comment. We get views. I see we get views. I want to see comments. Shout us out
Yeah.
your favorite romance anime. Shout us out.
I'll watch it.
If you had an older brother tell you something cool to watch or read. You can follow our Instagram at Gamers Rise Up Pod. And I think that's pretty much everything, right? Oh, well, in the YouTube description and in the podcast description, I will share the link to Melisande's latest quiz. And you can find out which first-person shooter is your favorite.
If it doesn't get taken down, I don't know how much they want me to ask about social security numbers.
I'm sure it's fine. BuzzFeed's a dead business. They're not looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
No way.
They don't know what algorithms
No way.
are.
Yeah, exactly.
Too late.
All right. Let's get out of here.
All
team.
right. Love you.
Oh my gosh. You're making me blush.